He was my little baby brother, my right-hand man.
He was a loving, caring person.
Just a lovable guy. You couldn't hate the guy.
His killing, it hurts. It's like a big part of me is gone.
On May 23, 2020, Salt Lake City police shot and killed Bernardo Palacios-Carbajal, a 22-year-old man from the Rose Park neighborhood of Salt Lake City. In the days following his killing, as the nation rose up against police violence in response to George Floyd's murder, community members took to the streets to demand justice for his death.
Saturday evening, hundreds took to the streets of Salt Lake City demanding justice for Bernardo Palacios, starting at the place where he was shot and killed.
4 years later, while the protests have faded, Bernardo's family and friends are still struggling with the heartache and trauma of having their loved one killed by police. On Friday, May 29th, Bernardo's community gathered on Salt Lake City's west side to commemorate 4 years since his killing.
So I met Bernardo through my buddy Johnny. He was a happy guy, man. He was always happy everywhere he went. Super happy guy. Always got along with everybody. Everywhere he went, he always got love and showed love. It impacted me pretty hard when he passed away. The first few months, I was at the cemetery every other day, just hanging out, you know, a few hours. Just go over there, sometimes go eat some food with my family, go celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, my boy over there at the cemetery. I still remember about him every day. You don't just forget about it, you know, you still grieve every day. Just look at everybody here, man. We do this every year. It gets cracking. I miss my boy.
Me and him had a bond. He was my little brother, my baby boy. My mom, you know, she was a single mother, so I helped a lot raise Bernardo. He was the youngest in our family. I was around Bernardo for the 22 years of his life. He was a caring person. He loved kids. He wanted to have a family. There was a lot of things that he wanted to do that he didn't get to do that because he was, you know, robbed of his life. 4 years after, it feels like it just happened, and the pain it hasn't gone away. It's there. It's just kind of becomes just a part of you. I don't want other families to have to go through what we've gone through losing Bernardo. It's so draining, like it's so painful, like physically, emotionally, mentally, it just completely drains you. And our family is so different. Like, you know, we struggle with depression, PTSD. He was my comfort, and I don't have that anymore. It's like a big part of me is gone. So people that say, you know, it's been 4 years, just let it be, get over it, it still hurts. Maybe they don't have a loved one that this has happened, but the pain's still there. It hasn't gotten better for me. I feel like it's important to be here because it's kind of like to keep his memory alive, like, you know, to remember this is what Bernardo enjoyed, hanging out with friends, being around people, laughing and eating. So I feel like it's important, you know, to keep his name alive, like he's not forgotten. We all have a little piece of him with us 4 years later.
He was my little baby brother, my right-hand man, and my partner. Community loved him. He loved things like this. He loved being around friends, meeting new people. The way he passed away, it's been really mentally hard on me to process that and just like keep it together, going to work. I go to work sometimes and I still see him or hear him, and it's really hard, and I would not ever want anybody to go through this. It's kind of, we always expected him to come through the door, you know? Like, hey, what's up, dude? Like, even this, seeing his friends together, like, I almost want to see him in the crowd, you know? Like, it's really hard, and I try to keep it together, but I can't forget about it. Like, if you've seen that, you can't. It's hard to see your loved one get gunned down and just laying there like for hours. it's just something you can never forget, and I always want to remember him. I know a lot of people love him. He had really good friends that were super close to him, and he was always about family and friends. Like, he always like would do the most, you know. He was always there for everyone, and he would try to do his best, you know. So I just can't forget him. I just love doing things like this to always remember him. I will always do this. He was just a super special person to me, and I know he's super special to everybody in the community that has met him and has shared part of the life with him.